I really didn't realize how sick I was. 11 months being in the hospital, 8 months of ICU, and still wondering, am I gonna make it? My name is Sam Carreon. I ended up with a liver and a kidney transplant. Being in the hospital for a long time, there's a lot of downtime. You got all sorts of anxiety, depression, and sadness, and happiness, and you got so many emotions, and where do you put it, how do you put it?
When you are experiencing organ transplantation, it feels like you are, in a sense, losing a part of you and gaining a part that's not so familiar. Sometimes we can process that through music therapy. Music therapy is a clinical evidence-based practice where music therapists utilize various music interventions to address non-musical goals. So those could be physical, they could be cognitive, they could be emotional.
When I met Donielle for the first time, she came in and said, do you mind if I sing a couple of songs or if you have any requests? I said, sure, I like music.
In our very first session, I just asked him to tell me about himself, tell me his story.
I just got into my story of, how I was brought up and how I got here.
I presented the idea of putting this in a song.
And I said, I don't know how to write a song. She just said, why don't you put something down, put it on paper, and I can help you put something together. I started writing it down, didn't know how to do a bridge, a chorus, or anything.
When I came back for the next session, he had pages and pages of his story just written down that we then turned into lyrics.
I couldn't wait for her to come in, and that's what kept me going here in the hospital. Think I had something to look forward to. I get to release some emotion, not just by myself, but I had someone to hear me. And it's almost like you're self-healing yourself through music.
By the end of it, he had this immense sense of just pride for what he had accomplished, not only in songwriting, but just the transformational journey that he went on to process his emotions and reconnect with his identity.
Walking out of my room, 10 months in hospital.
This event, A Patient's Story in Song, is a powerful reminder of the human side of healing.
We are here for my father because he is actually doing a music tribute, just kind of sharing his journey.
I was in a very dark place. I didn't know what was going to happen, what the future lied. I knew I was waiting for a transplant. Friends and family come over, nurses, staff, doctors, they all came by to witness this, a live performance of the songs that I wrote, and my son got to sing them.
Wants to save me from myself.
I'd like to present you with a physical copy of your CD. He was kind of able to reframe a story of suffering to a story of survival and resilience. Even thinking about his album title, which was Survivor, that it speaks to how multidimensional and multifaceted music therapy can be.
I'm a new soul, sorrow don't wait around for me.
I really don't have words to express how much it means to us to know that you are back with your family and healthy and loved, and we see the good you're putting out in the world through your music.
I think I want to keep writing. If I can help somebody heal with music like Donielle has to me, if I can do that to somebody else, that's a blessing, that's wonderful.
I think music can elicit and convey emotions that can't always happen through words. We know what healing looks like, but with the introduction of music therapy, we know what healing sounds like.